Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us so early on our second day of the virtual expo. And to kick us off this morning, I've got Joanne Knox and Lolly Carbajal, and I hope I said that correctly, with Dairy Max to share their insights and just start Wednesday morning off right. So I'm going to go ahead and step out, and you should be seeing Joanne and Lolly on your screen, and please use the Q&A panel if you have any questions for either one of these presenters, and I will share those questions at the end of their presentation in the amount of time that we have. And there's also the chat panel, which you can use as well. So go ahead. You've got the floor, ladies.
Thank you. Sorry, hold on. Hi, everyone. I appreciate you taking time to join us on this journey following the roadmap to meals in the classroom. Before we begin, I want to take a minute to say thank you. Thank you for all your hard work and quick thinking to serve meals to your community. You are all you all are known for your effort to feed students, but COVID-19 puts you in the test, yet week after week, you continue to go above and beyond. Dairy Max is honored to have the opportunity to work with you. We want you to know we are here to support you and provide clarity and a roadmap as you determine the path you will take to maximize your department's potential during the 2021 school year. Now more than ever before, your students, your staff, and your bottom line are depending on success of your school meal program. For those of you not familiar with Dairy Max, we are your local dairy council representing dairy farm families across these 8 states, and we are working to share over 100 years of evidence-based nutrition science with you and the 2.1 million students that live in our region. Dairy Max is here to help you in your commitment to continue the excellent service you are well known for and ease of burden as you continue to face changes in this school year. I'm Lolly Carbajal, school wellness consultant, and later you will hear from my coworker, Joanne. I cover the Valley of Texas, so South Texas. Actually, I cover from Del Rio to Victoria and South. Today, we're going to review some alternative meal service models, share some safety, sanitation, and equipment resources, as well as best practices that we have heard from other child nutrition directors across the country. As we balance the role of helping to prevent the spread of COVID-19, we also must ensure children are receiving the nutrition they need to not only support physical growth, but social and emotional health as well. Focusing on the whole child ensures their success in school and as they grow and as growing members of society. Things have never been the same. Things may never be the same. That's the hard truth. I read an interesting statistic in the June-July issue of SNA magazine. It stated that only 55% of directors across the country expect their fund balance will not cover losses during COVID-19. For example, Brownsville ISD stated they would need to serve 17,000 meals a day to retain 100% of their staff. Right now, they are only serving about 14,000. I can imagine this adds another level of stress at you as you work to identify a solution that won't leave you in the red at the end of the year. Although the future is really never known, we can infer a few things to help forecast this coming school year. We know that we all need to continue to support and serve our children, families, and communities even more so now than possibly ever before. We know there will be multiple education models for parents to choose, which means multiple service models for you. For many, these may be methods that have not been done before in your district or schools. We know there will be a heightened focus on health and sanitation, especially in regards to food safety during service. We know we will need an increased focus in personal safety, such as implementing social distancing, increasing personal protection equipment, and increasing our training and expectations around personal health, safety, and sanitation. Scenarios may change. In fact, you and I know they will change. Having a plan A and a plan B in place will help you ease any uncertainties for the coming year and better prepare everyone for situations as they arise. We hope you don't need plan C. You are the expert, and being involved with campus, kitchen, service, and all things in between can help with a smooth transition. Often administrators do not understand things like meal components, counting and claiming, food safety, and overall regulations. It is up to you to let them know your obstacles. Your current operations may include one of a variety of these service models. However, now we must account for social distancing and the health and safety of our students and staff. As you think about how, when, and where you will feed students, keep in mind these fundamental principles: communication, flexibility, and versatility. I challenge you to use COVID as an opportunity to do things once thought impossible. For example, you may have tried to implement meals in the classroom and had pushback from principals. Now you can let them see how great it works and the benefits to the students.
Hi, I'm Joanne, and Joanne Knox, sorry. I cover for Dairy Max all along I-35 between San Marcos and Waco, and then I pop on over into East Texas and help anywhere in East Texas that I can also work. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about some of the options, and we're going to start with repurposing. Before purchasing new carts, try to repurpose existing equipment first. An example of repurposing might be to add casters to stockroom shelves, use an existing salad bar to transport prepackaged grab-and-go meals. And ice cream freezers can be used to store milk or other cold items as you transport them to curbside. Also, if you have a catering department, see what equipment you can pull from there, as you most likely will not be doing catered meals in the coming months. Have any of you ever repurposed equipment during this time? If you have, just throw in a yes or a no in the chat so that the participants can see what you're doing in your district. Meal service in the classroom is not a new concept, as many of you operate breakfast in the classroom. If you are already implementing breakfast in the classroom, you might consider your current model and identify ways to adapt the service method to accommodate lunch. If you're just getting started with taking meals to the classroom, some equipment needs are here for you to consider. Those include transportation equipment, which are shown in the pictures, bags, small coolers or carts, Bags and coolers are versatile because they can be used several times during the day, breakfast and lunch, and then you can also use them to deliver meals to the athletes in the gym or the field house, and you can use them for after-school snack programs and your curbside meals. Depending on the size of your campus, another option is to deliver meals to the classroom through rolling carts or even a full-service kiosk. Also, the point of sale equipment is very important, and it can be as simple as a checklist or complex as a scanner through your POS system. Don't forget, trash cans and heavy-duty trash liners that won't leak will be needed for off-site serving, as well as sanitizing wipes. Several different companies have coolers and bags at different price points. Using a tiered rolling cart, like the one with the blue bags, could serve two functions. They could help the child nutrition staff deliver to the classroom and also serve as a place to store bags when they're not in use. A cart with a hygiene guard could be rolled down the hallway and visit each classroom. Kids pick their items and go directly back into class. Counting and claiming is done by the child nutrition staff, and a shelf for the POS scanner can be added if needed. Another way to serve meals in the classroom is via a grab-and-go method. This works well in secondary schools that do not have the capacity to deliver food to each classroom, or they may have infrastructure obstacles like multiple stories or small elevators that make individual classrooms delivery very impractical. Carts can go from classroom to classroom and everywhere in between. They are a model solution for meals in the classroom, grab and go, curbside, and a la carte sales, and can be used for years to come, not just during the COVID pandemic. The carts shown are from Piper, and were customized for McAllen ISD, and I know that this company would be willing to customize for your district as well. A couple more cart solutions are shown here. The one that is red has one cold well and two hot wells and a shelf for your POS. It does not require electricity, which is something you need to consider as you go up and down the hallways. You can have two hot entree options, fruit and vegetable selections, and a milk barrel on the side. It's totally customizable. The shelf on top for secondary campuses, and they can be made longer with additional space if needed. The middle option is from Hubert, and they can add an arm with a shelf for POS on one corner. And the cart on the right is a Cambro Flex Station, sorry. Cambro has lots of promos to talk to your vendor, so talk to them about what you're offering. We don't suggest one vendor over the other as they all offer different items. The cart options shown today are some of the newer ones, but there are several more cart options available, so please reach out if you would like suggestions from us.
Other equipment that you may be interested in are these plastic food pans. Anytime you take food off the line, temperature is something that needs to be monitored, especially for cold food items. These cool check pans from Carlisle were used by a child nutrition director for a pilot project, and said they were extremely efficient at keeping items cold. And when a few of the items are placed in a cart, a few of the pans are placed in the cart next to each other, it really makes them effective. So if you're repurposing a cart that doesn't have cold wells, or looking to purchase a cart that doesn't have the cold storage you need, these might be a good option. A little bit about these is they keep food below 41 degrees for 6 to 8 hours. They are dishwasher safe. You can store them in the freezer and they'll be ready in the morning. They start out blue and then start to turn white when the temperature rises. so you can see when it's time to change out the pans, and fits any standard food pan template variety and a variety of, they have a variety of sizes. Now you know I can't talk about service without mentioning the importance of keeping your milk at 35 degrees. It is proven that students will be more likely to drink their milk and become lifelong milk drinkers if the milk is at the coldest temperature recommended. At Dairy Max, we do have a Strive for 35 kit, which includes training for your staff. These materials are available on our resource page. Remember, milk has 9 essential nutrients and is an easy way to get nutrition into students. Students fall short on getting enough vitamin D, calcium, and potassium in their diet. And now with COVID, who knows what else they are missing out on with the change in eating behaviors and loss of income many other parents have been hit with. Dairy is a solution to improving child nutrition in America. Here are some options that we've found recently. The Cambro Go boxes are extremely lightweight and hold temperature for 4+ hours. They even have these inserts for beverages. So if you're wanting to add smoothies or your yogurt parfaits to your meal service, they'll be transportable in these boxes. An additional item that might help you decide what transport equipment will work best for your district is to consider what type of grab and go and packaging you will be using. The traditional tray model is probably not feasible this year. So you should be mindful of how you can transport and serve efficiently, effectively, and safely. 2-component handheld items like sandwiches, biscuits, tacos, etc., can be wrapped in foil in-house for the most economical solution, assuming labor is available. There are several packaging vendors out there, and if you choose Hubert products, please contact Trevor Bentley directly and mention you are working with Dairy Max to get the best discount. His contact information is on our resource sheet. I do want to call out 2 items that you might not be familiar with. The reusable takeout container has reusable packaging design, can be commercially washed up to 2,000 times, and the sealer with plastic bag sealer delivers an airtight seal that keeps germs and contaminants out. A video on Hubert's website showing ladies making quick work on bagging tortillas. You can see that if you go to the Hubert website. If your department is responsible for purchasing social distancing decals for your serving areas, these can be pricey, so shop around for local vendors that might be able to give better pricing. More colors usually mean more cost. Same goes with shape and size. Love Your Lunchroom has some great package deals that are pretty cool, cost efficient, and tons of marketing materials to brighten your day and your serving line. I would like to mention a great resource. Facebook has a few school nutrition groups. Oh, sorry, that's on the wrong. By now you are using personal protection. You have always used gloves in school food service, but now you need masks or face shields. I am sure some school staff are making their own because, well, that's who you are. If a homemade mask is not approved by your district, there are many sources in stock. Other items your district might be looking to purchase are cafeteria table dividers. These table dividers are from Palmer Hamilton, and are available to fit a variety of table needs. There are a variety of sneeze guards in the marketplace. We know you have guards in the serving line, but you may also need to install in for your cashier.
Different service models impact child nutrition department revenue in different ways. Any deficits in your child nutrition budget at the end of the year require assistance from the district's general fund, as you well know. You all take great pride in maintaining a self-sufficient program, so I encourage you to really embrace change and be creative with maximizing your student meals. Schools serving breakfast in the classroom have always shown an increase in participation. Hopefully, serving lunch in the classroom will also provide an increase. You'll notice in the slide, it talks about studies by No Kid Hungry showing that 88% of your students will eat when served in the classroom, and 59% when served in the hallway or grab and go. 58% is second chance. With some of you already seeing low numbers, the possibility of serving more meals really does mean an overall increase in your reimbursement. A great way to connect and share is through social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. There are several school nutrition programs which are made of school nutrition professionals, and people post questions, provide innovative ideas, and support each other. Here is one question I found of interest to share with you. How long does it take about 10 students to go through the cafeteria line, pick up their lunch, pay, sit at the tables, and maintain 6 feet of social distancing? The answer being 2 minutes or less, about 10 minutes. Ours are not 6 feet apart. CDC states they must wear a mask and be done within 15 minutes. And we are able to get about 85 students in and sitting within a 10 to 12 minute period. So you see there's lots of different answers and options. As we end the presentation, I want to applaud you for being creative during curbside and summer meal service. Many of you kept your creative spirits alive during these times of stress, and the return of school should be no different. Keep your fun, caring, and supportive spirit alive. The kids love to see your smiling faces, and we need them even more on their return to a not so normal school year. We've seen some great social media coverage of staff putting on costumes and teams in supportive t-shirts, so keep that going. The children love to see the team spirit and the friendly faces. It's also a great way to highlight what you're doing and how you're ensuring safety. And remember, as you communicate with your customers, don't forget to create a connection. Building that connection on a daily basis will build normalcy for a student where everything else is so uncertain. I know you all cherish each of your students and the connections and relationship just as much as they do. And finally, let us show you how we can support your programs. There are resources on our homepage, which is the first link up there. And when you go to the homepage, in the right upper corner of the web page, there's a menu link. And use this link to find your school wellness consultant for the area of your school district. You just put in your zip code and it will tell you which one of us will be most available to help you. Lolly and I both truly appreciate your time today. And we are also offering this resource page, which there is a link there, and I believe you'll receive that in other materials. So if y'all have any questions, please let us know and never hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, Lolly and Joanne. That was a great presentation, such good information and so timely in this time. So we appreciate you spending time with us this morning and getting the expo started. It was wonderful. And that presentation is attached to the agenda, I believe, or on one of your speaker profiles. So if anyone does want a copy, they can find it there in the Whova app. All right, thank you so much. And enjoy the rest of the day.